Hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Everyday English Practice, Listen, and Speak. Let's jump in, and remember, the more you listen and speak, the faster you'll improve. I'm your host, Anna, and I'm joined by the always, interesting Dan.
Interesting? Is that the best word you have for me today, Anna? Hi, everyone. I'm Dan. And today we're talking about something we all know very well. Anger and those little life struggles that just, they get under your skin.
Exactly. Life isn't always easy, right? Sometimes you have a day where everything is just a problem.
Tell me about it. This morning was a total disaster for me. So I'm in the kitchen, right? I'm trying to make my coffee because everyone knows I can't function without it, and I'm rushing because I'm late. I try to put my bread in the toaster and the coffee in the mug at the same time, and, well, I missed.
You missed the mug?
I poured hot coffee right onto my white sneakers, Anna. I completely freaked out. I was shouting at the coffee machine like it was the machine's fault.
Oh no, not the white sneakers. I can imagine you standing there just fuming. You were probably pissed off, weren't you?
Oh, I was beyond pissed off. I was livid. I think I even said a few words I shouldn't have. It's funny now, but in that moment, wow, my heart was beating so fast.
Well, Dan, as we say, hold your horses. You need to slow down in the morning. If you try to do everything at once, you're going to have a bad time.
I know, but getting up on time is such a struggle for me. I hit that snooze button maybe 5 times today. It's dark, it's cold. I just want to stay in bed.
I think a lot of our listeners can relate to that. Getting up on time is a very common struggle. But we have a great phrase for when you're trying to change a habit, but it's taking a long time. We say, Rome wasn't built in a day.
That's a good one. It means big things or good changes take time, right?
Exactly. You can't become a morning person in just one day, one step at a time.
I'll try to remember that tomorrow when I'm fighting with my alarm clock. But hey, Anna, I noticed something when I was yelling at my coffee machine. I was also really hungry.
Ah, were you angry or were you hungry?
Both. I was hangry. That's a funny word, right? It's when you are angry because you are hungry.
It's a very real thing, but we should tell our listeners to be careful with the pronunciation. Angry starts with an A sound, like angry, and hungry starts with an H sound, like hungry.
Right. You don't want to tell your boss you are hungry when you are actually angry. Or maybe you do.
Maybe. It might be a better excuse. Sorry I yelled, boss. I just really need a sandwich. But seriously, Dan, when you freaked out this morning, did you blow your top?
Oh, I totally blew my top. I suddenly got so hot under the collar. Do you know that expression?
I do. It means to get angry. It's like you can feel the heat rising up your neck, right?
Yes. And that's the thing about anger. It's like a fire. A little bit can be okay. Maybe it helps you move fast. But if it gets too big, it burns everything around it.
That's a great way to put it. And for English learners, using phrasal verbs like blow up or freak out is so natural when we talk about these feelings. We use them all the time in daily conversation.
We really do. Like, if my neighbor's dog is barking at 3 a.m. again, I don't just get mad, I get ticked off.
Ticked off is a good one for beginner levels. It's not too strong, but it shows you are annoyed.
Yeah, it's like a small anger that builds up slowly. Speaking of building up, let's talk about another struggle. Money.
Oof, that is a big one. Some people struggle because they don't have enough, and others struggle because they spend it too easily.
Guilty. I see a new gadget or a cool pair of shoes, not white sneakers this time, and I have to buy it. Then at the end of the month, I have a problem.
Well, Dan, you need to calm down with the shopping. Maybe take a deep breath before you click buy.
You're right. Patience is a virtue, but it's a virtue I'm still working on.
We all are, Dan. We all are. It's all about emotional intelligence, learning how to manage these feelings instead of letting them manage us.
Exactly. It's a journey, not a race.
So, listeners, think about your morning. Did anything make you pissed off today? Or are you currently struggling with something like getting up on time?
Don't freak out. We're going to look at more of these topics and some really useful phrases to help you talk about them in English.
Let's keep going. So, Dan, we were just talking about your coffee disaster. You said you were pissed off, but for our listeners, we should mention that pissed off is actually slang. It's very informal and maybe a little bit vulgar, so you probably shouldn't say it to your boss.
Good point, Anna. Yeah, don't tell your boss you're pissed off unless you want a very short career. But in daily conversation with friends, you'll hear it all the time. It just means you are really, really angry.
Exactly. And if you're that angry, you might blow up. We use the phrasal verb blow up to describe a sudden, sharp burst of anger. It's like an explosion of feelings.
Oh, I totally blew up this morning. My neighbor actually knocked on the wall because I was shouting so loud. It's a bit embarrassing now. But you know, Anna, I think I have what people call a short fuse.
A short fuse? Oh, I love that idiom. It means you become angry very quickly, like a small firework that doesn't take much time to pop.
That's me, but I'm trying to work on it. I'm trying to keep my cool, but it's hard when life gives you those little struggles, like relationship problems.
Oof, yeah, that's a big topic. Whether it's fighting with a partner or even the struggle of finding a partner in the first place, it can really get to you.
Wait, get to you? That's another phrasal verb, right?
Yes, if something gets to you, it means it annoys or bothers you. It's usually a slow feeling, like if your partner always leaves their dirty socks on the floor every day for 10 years, eventually it really gets to you.
I think my wife would agree with that one. I'm definitely the dirty socks guy. But hey, when I'm annoyed, I notice something happening to my body. My heart starts racing, my face gets hot. It's weird.
That's actually a great time to use a special grammar structure. We call it the comparative.
Oh, like the bigger the better?
Exactly. But we can use it for anger too. We can say, the angrier you get, the higher your blood pressure gets.
Whoa, that sounds fancy. So, the more I yell at the coffee machine, the more stressed I feel?
Spot on. It's a way to show that as one thing changes, another thing changes too. The more you practice these phrases, the easier they become.
I like that. But back to the struggles. I sometimes find myself lashing out at people when I'm stressed. I don't mean to be mean, but I snap.
Lashing out is a tough one. It means to suddenly attack someone with angry words, or sometimes even physically. It's usually because you've been bottling up your feelings for too long.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm stressed about work, I'm tired, I'm hungry, and then my friend calls to ask a simple question, and I freak out on them.
And then you feel regret later, right?
Every time. I feel like such an idiot. I have to call them back and say, I'm sorry for lashing out yesterday. I didn't mean the horrible things I said.
Well, it's good that you apologize. You know, a lot of people struggle with their behavior when they're angry, but it's important to remember that we can choose our behavior even if we can't always choose our feelings.
That's deep, Anna. So I can feel pissed off, but I don't have to blow up.
Exactly. You can feel hot under the collar, you know that feeling of heat in your neck, but you can choose to take a deep breath.
I need to learn some assertive statements. Instead of yelling, you always interrupt me, maybe I can say, I feel frustrated when I don't feel heard.
That is perfect anger management. It's much better than just telling someone to cut it out.
Although cut it out is fun to say, cut it out. It sounds so strong.
It is strong. It's like saying, "Stop it right now. I've had enough." But you have to be careful with your tone of voice.
True. You don't want to wind people up even more.
Oh, wind up. That's a great one. It means to deliberately make someone angry or irritated, like a little brother who keeps poking you just to see you get mad.
I was that little brother. My sister used to freak out because I would always hide her shoes. I loved winding her up.
Dan, that's terrible. No wonder you're having coffee problems now. It's karma.
Maybe you're right. But hey, it taught me a lot about emotions, and it taught her to have patience, or maybe it just made her pissed off.
Probably both. But speaking of patience, we should talk about why we struggle to be patient in the first place.
Let's do it. You know, Anna, speaking of struggles, I have a new one this week. I'm really struggling with overeating. It's like whenever I see a cookie or a bag of chips, they disappear.
They don't just disappear, Dan. You eat them. But I get it. We call things like cookies or chocolate treats, and they're very hard to resist, especially during holidays or parties.
Exactly. And then I get so angry with myself. I stand in front of the mirror and I'm just pissed off at my own choices.
Oh, wait, Dan, that's a perfect time to talk about grammar. You said you were angry with yourself. In English, we use different prepositions after the word angry, depending on what we are talking about.
Really? I thought I could just say angry for everything.
Well, usually we say we are angry with a person or an entity, like I am angry with the government or I am angry with my brother. But we use angry about for a general cause or a situation, like I am angry about the decision.
Okay, so I am angry with myself, but I am angry about the fact that I ate 10 cookies?
Spot on. And we can even use angry at for a specific event, like I got angry at the fact that the store was closed.
That's a lot to remember, but hey, it's like what we said earlier, one step at a time.
Exactly. That's a great idiom for when someone is trying to speed up a process too much. You just tell them one step at a time. Don't try to change everything in 1 minute.
I need to tell myself that when I'm at the gym. I go for one day and I'm like, where are my muscles? I have no patience.
Well, Dan, patience is a virtue, which means it is a very good quality to have. But it's also a skill you have to practice.
It's a hard skill. I'm always in a rush. I have a lot of time pressure at work. My boss gives me a job that takes 3 days, but he wants it done in 2. It makes me so worked up.
Worked up is a good phrasal verb. It means to become very angry or upset. When you feel that time pressure, you probably feel like your heart is racing, right?
Oh, for sure. And that brings us back to our comparative structure. The more my boss pressures me, the more stressed I feel.
Yes, and the more stressed you feel, the more likely you are to lose your temper.
I definitely lose my temper at work sometimes. I don't smash things up, destroy things, but I might shout.
Well, if you feel like you're going to blow your top, you should try box breathing. You breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4, and breathe out for 4. It tells your brain that you are safe.
I'll try that. But sometimes, people just wind me up on purpose. Like my younger brother. He knows exactly which buttons to push to make me mad.
We call those triggers. They are the specific things that set us off or make us angry. For some people, it's someone being late. For others, it's being interrupted.
Oh, being interrupted is a big one for me. If I'm trying to explain something and someone just jumps in, I feel so disrespected.
It's a very common trigger. But when that happens, instead of lashing out, yelling at them, you can try to be assertive.
Like saying, I feel frustrated when I don't feel heard?
Perfect. You're getting really good at this, Dan. It's much better than just telling them to shove off or push off.
Yeah, shove off is a bit rude, isn't it? It basically means go away because you are annoying me.
It is quite strong. If you want to stay polite, especially at work, it's better to keep your cool.
I'm trying, Anna. I really am. But another thing I struggle with is money. I'm not very good at managing it. I see a cool gadget and I buy it.
Well, Dan, Rome wasn't built in a day. You won't become a master of money overnight. You have to be patient with your progress.
I guess so. It's just hard when you see everyone else on social media living these perfect lives. It affects my self-esteem. I start to feel like I'm not as good as other people.
Oh, Dan, social media can be a real struggle for your mental health. People only show the good parts of their lives. We have a saying for that. The grass is always greener on the other side.
That means we always think other people have it better than us, right?
Exactly. But usually they're struggling with something too. Maybe they have relationship problems or health issues they don't talk about.
That's true. Everyone has their own fire to deal with. I should probably just get over my jealousy.
Get over it is a tough one. It means to overcome a feeling or stop making a big deal out of something. But it's not always easy to just stop feeling a certain way.
No, it's not. But the more I focus on what I have, the less I worry about others.
That is a great mindset shift.
You know, Anna, we were talking about how social media makes me feel a bit bad about myself. It's like everyone else is having a perfect vacation and I'm just here, dealing with my coffee-stained sneakers. It really affects my self-esteem, which is how I feel about my own value.
I understand, Dan. It's a very common struggle today. When you feel like you aren't as good or as smart or as rich as other people, it's easy to get pissed off at your own life. But we have to remember that what we see online isn't always the whole story.
True, but it's not just social media. Lately, I've been feeling really overworked and underpaid. My boss expects me to do the work of 3 people, but my paycheck, well, it stays the same. It makes me want to blow my top every time I see my bank account.
Oh, I hear you. That's what we call a time crunch or time pressure, and it is one of the biggest reasons people lose their temper at work. When you feel like you have too many responsibilities and not enough time, your body stays in that fight or flight mode we talked about.
Exactly. And when I'm in that mode, I'm much more likely to lash out at my coworkers. Like yesterday, someone asked me a simple question about a file and I yelled, "Cut it out. Can't you see I'm busy?" I felt so bad afterwards.
Well, Dan, it's good that you noticed it. Instead of yelling, next time you could try an assertive statement. You could say, I am feeling a bit overwhelmed right now because of this time pressure. Can we talk about this file in an hour?
I'm feeling overwhelmed. Okay, I can try that. It sounds much more professional than telling my boss to shove off.
Definitely. Using the right words can save your job, Dan. And remember that grammar structure we like? The more you practice staying calm, the easier it becomes to handle a difficult boss.
Oh, I see. So the more I use box breathing, the less likely I am to freak out.
Precisely. Box breathing is a great tool. You breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, and hold again. It tells your brain that you are safe, even if your boss is being a bit difficult.
I'll definitely try that. But Anna, I was reading about how different countries handle anger. Like, I heard that in Australia, they have a very interesting attitude called "she'll be right."
Yes, that is a very famous Australian phrase. It means that everything will be okay in the end, so there's no need to get worked up or pissed off. It's about staying relaxed and understated, even when things go wrong.
I love that. "She'll be right." It's like the opposite of blowing a fuse.
And in the UK, they talk about a stiff upper lip, right?
Exactly. British people are often known for being very polite and keeping their emotions inside. They try to keep their cool and focus on decorum or being proper instead of having a big outburst.
Wow, so if I were British, I'd probably just say, "Oh dear, the coffee is on my shoes," instead of shouting.
Maybe, but every culture is different. In some places, it's normal to show your feelings loudly, and in others, it's better to be quiet. The important thing for our listeners is to have the vocabulary to describe how they feel, no matter where they are.
That's true, because if I can't explain that I'm frustrated about money or overeating, I just stay muddled. That's a good word, right? Muddled?
It is. It means you are confused or your thoughts are messy. When you're muddled, it's even harder to be patient.
I definitely feel muddled when I have a lack of motivation. Sometimes I just don't want to do anything. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to study English. I just want to sit on the couch.
We all have those days, Dan. But remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. You don't have to do everything perfectly right now. Just do one small thing, one step at a time.
One step at a time. I like that. Maybe today my one step is just buying new shoelaces for my coffee shoes.
That is a great start. And maybe the next step is managing your time a little better so you aren't rushing in the morning.
I know. Getting up on time is my biggest struggle. But the earlier I get up, the more relaxed my morning is.
Look at you using that comparative structure again. You're a natural.
I'm trying. But hey, Anna, I have a question. What if someone else is the problem? What if someone is bullying you or being really mean? How do you stay patient then?
That is a much tougher situation. Bullying is a very serious struggle, and it's okay to feel angry about it. In those cases, being assertive and setting a boundary is very important. You can say, "I do not want you to speak to me that way," or "I am upset by your behavior."
So I don't have to just get over it.
No, definitely not. Some things you shouldn't just get over. You need to address them calmly, but you have to keep your cool so you don't become the bad guy in the situation.
That makes sense. The calmer I stay, the more power I have in the conversation.
Exactly. You're learning that patience isn't just waiting, it's a skill.
A skill that I am still practicing.
We all are, Dan. Let's take a look at a few more ways we can handle these daily struggles.
Wow, Anna, we have covered so much today. I'm starting to feel a little bit muddled. Is that the right word?
It is. If you feel muddled, it means you are confused or your head is all over the place. It's a lot of new vocabulary to take in.
It really is. I'm feeling a bit puzzled by all these phrasal verbs, but I guess, like you said, Rome wasn't built in a day. I need to be patient with my English too.
Exactly, Dan. And for our listeners, let's do a quick recap of the most important things we talked about today. First, we looked at anger. We learned that blowing your top or blowing up means to suddenly lose your temper.
Right. And if you're just really, really angry, you can say you are pissed off. But remember, that one is informal. If someone is annoying you, you might tell them to cut it out or even shove off if you're really feeling hot under the collar.
Hopefully you don't have to say shove off too often. We also talked about those daily struggles, things like getting up on time, overeating, or money problems. These are things that can get to you or wind you up over time.
Oh, and don't forget social media. Doom scrolling for hours can really hurt your self-esteem. It makes you feel like you're struggling while everyone else is perfect.
Very true. But we learned some great ways to manage these feelings. We talked about box breathing, breathing in, holding, and breathing out to calm down the body. And we talked about assertive statements. Instead of lashing out and saying things you regret, you can say, "I feel frustrated when I don't feel heard."
I love that. I feel overwhelmed. It's so much better than just freaking out. And you know, Anna, I was thinking about one more struggle before we go. Loneliness.
Yes, loneliness is a big one. A lot of people struggle with making friends or feeling alone, especially if they are shy.
I used to be so shy. When I was a kid, I would hide behind my mom's legs whenever we met someone new. I was so timid. I was scared of saying the wrong thing.
That's okay, Dan. Being shy or having nervousness is just a part of being human. The antidote is often just to practice. Whether it's talking to people or practicing English, you just have to take it one step at a time.
One step at a time. I like that. It's a good reminder to hold your horses and not rush into things.
Exactly. And if you ever feel like you've had enough or you just can't deal with the situation, it's okay to take a step back and cool off.
I definitely needed to cool off this morning with my coffee shoes. Next time, I'll just take a deep breath and say, she'll be right.
That's the spirit. Use that Australian mindset. Well, Dan, I think we've given our listeners a lot of gold today to help them with their vocabulary and their emotions.
I hope so. It was a lot of fun. I feel much less pissed off now than I did this morning.
Good. Before we finish, we have a little task for you, our listeners. We want to hear from you. What is your biggest daily struggle? Is it getting up on time or maybe staying patient in traffic?
Yeah, and what is your favorite phrasal verb for anger? Do you like to say you're ticked off or do you prefer freaking out? Let us know in the comments.
We love reading your stories. It helps us feel less lonely, too. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to English Podcast and share it with a friend who might be struggling with their English.
Or a friend who has a short fuse. They might need these chips.
True. Thank you all so much for listening today. Remember, patience is a virtue, so keep practicing and don't give up.
You're doing great. Progress, not perfection, right?
Right. Until next time, keep your cool, stay patient, and we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye, everyone. Push off. Wait, no, that's the mean one. Goodbye.
Bye.